Hello everybody, Thomas here. It is Monday, October the 3rd. Welcome to SFF180, and it is time for another mailbag. Well, what can I say? The film festival is over with. It ended. It was a great time. Saw some terrific stuff. Arrival is amazing. The Girl with All the Gifts is pretty darn good. And then I saw a whole lot of more obscure movies from around the globe that I very much enjoyed. Some I didn't enjoy so much, but that's how it is with festivals. But it's all done now, and so it is back to work here on the channel. I've got a lot going on. I have a big announcement about my Halloween plans. That's gonna probably post on Wednesday, so keep an eye open for that. And then I have a catch-up review, and then a new review both of which I'm gonna try to get up before next Monday, and all of that in the midst of now beginning to take this place apart in preparation for the big move. So, yeah, wow. Gonna be a busy week, gonna be a very busy month. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna keep it all chucking along. And for now, let's look at some new books, shall we? It's been a good average-sized week for the mailbag. I think about 7 packages here, so let's go ahead and get through them and see what they are, shall we? And this first one is a modest little envelope from Prometheus Books, which are the fine people at Pyre, SF. And this first one is called The Apothecarys Curse. The author is Barbara Barnett, who I believe is it's a first-time novelist. Possibly. But anyway, this comes from Pyre on October the 11th, so very soon. I have already gotten this in ARC form. But let's see, is this steampunk or is it gaslamp fantasy? It's one of those anyway. I mean, you can tell it's very Victorian. And it goes like this. In Victorian London, the fates of physician Simon Bell and apothecary Galen Ercildown entwine when Simon gives his wife an elixir created by Galen from an ancient manuscript. Meant to cure her cancer, it kills her. Uh-oh. Suicidal, Simon swallows the remainder only to find he cannot die. Hearing rumors of a Bedlam inmate with regenerative powers like his own, Simon is shocked to discover it's Galen. The two men conceal their immortality, but the only hope of reversing their condition rests with Galen's missing manuscript. When modern-day pharmaceutical company Transdiff Genomics unearths diaries describing the torture of Bedlam inmates, the company's scientists suspect a link between Galen and an unnamed inmate. Galen and Transdiff Genomics geneticist Anne Shaw are powerfully drawn to each other, and her family connection to his manuscript leads to a stunning revelation. Will it bring ruin or redemption? So we start in Victorian England, we move to the modern day, and I guess we are looking for a cure for immortality here. But anyway, Barbara Barnett's book comes out from Pyre on October 11th. And moving on, we have a little white package, so usually means Tor. It is, and this looks to be this is a media tie-in novel. It's a first book in a new trilogy, it says, based on the hit television show The Librarians. I don't watch that. Do any of you watch that? I don't know. I don't watch it. Anyway, well, this is called The Librarians and the Lost Lamp. Think about lamps in fantasy stories, always getting lost. Greg Cox is the author. This comes out on the 11th, and it says it follows the story of the librarians who have been protecting the world from magical relics for centuries, locating and archiving everything from Pandora's box to King Arthur's sword, Excalibur. 10 years ago, Flynn Carson was the only living librarian when the ancient criminal organization known as the 40 Thieves, cute, steals the oldest known copy of the Arabian Nights by Scheherazade. Flynn is called to investigate. Fearing that the 40 is after Aladdin's fabled lamp, Flynn must race to find it before the lamp's powerful and malevolent djinn is unleashed upon the world. It goes on from there. So, all right, well, as I've said in previous episodes, I don't really review media tie-in novels, but for those of you who are fans of the show and who do enjoy reading as well as watching your favorite programs, well, here it is, The Librarians and the Lost Lamp on the 11th from Tor Books. All right, and now we've got a big, thick, almost certainly hardcover package from Tor. All right, this is from L.E. Modesett Jr., the writing machine that is L.A. Modesett Jr., and this is Treacheries Tools, which comes out on the 11th, and this is the newest, actually the 10th volume in his Imager Portfolio series, which is a fantasy series all to do with art, where I guess magic is related to art and painting. And, well, as this is volume 10, again, you're either following the series, or if you are, you're not. I've had them. You know, it's one of these where when the series gets so long, then it becomes kind of intimidating to start them. You know how that is? But who knows? I'd still like to at least read the first few and see what these are all about. But if you're a fan, Yes, Treacheries Tools, it says picks up 13 years after the events of 2014's Madness in Solidar. So this is going on with the big universe like he does. And I guess that's really all I can say about it, so as not to give away spoilers. But, so, October 11th for the new Imager novel from L.E. Modestet Jr., Treacheries Tools. Next we have this pretty shiny gold package right here. Shiny! And unfortunately I know what's in it, because they put a sticker on the front. That's no fun, guys. Kind of spoilerific, isn't it? But it is James Dashner's The Fever Code. This is the new book in his Maze Runner universe, and gosh, I guess maybe it was a trilogy, and then there have since been standalone volumes in it or something, or maybe it's just an ongoing single story. But this is book 5 of the Maze Runner, The Fever Code, and well, no, okay, this says it's a prequel to the Maze Runner phenomenon. Let's see, reveals how Thomas built the maze, how he and other gladers met, how they connected with Wicked, and more. Beloved characters such as Chuck and Newt are back, and shocking revelations will leave fans both captivated and satisfied. This is the story for all Maze Runner fans. Okay, well there you have it. And it is out right now in hardcover from Delacorte Press. And another white Tor envelope. And this is a book called Unhonored, as opposed to Dishonored, Unhonored. And it is the second book in something called the Nightbirds trilogy. The authors are Tracy Hickman and Laura Hickman, well-known names in the world of high fantasy. And this is the Return to a Spellbinding and Gothic World, the sequel to a book called Unwept, which I have. And now this is Unhonored, and because it's a sequel, I don't want to read too much, so as to give away too many spoilers, but it just says that it is Unwept was the haunting story of a young girl, lost memories, and a web of secrets. In the remote seaside town of Gaiman, Maine, everyone seemed to know Ellis Harkington better than she knew herself, but she didn't remember any of them because unknown events robbed Ellis of her memory. Adrift in a town of ominous mysteries, cryptic hints, and disturbingly familiar strangers, the Nightbirds, a clique of fashionable young men and women, claimed Ellis as one of their own, but who can Ellis truly trust? And so I guess it continues along like this. They're not very thick books, but the volume 2 here, Unhonored, comes out on October the 11th, so let me know in the comments what you think. And this next one comes from Atria Books, which is a Simon & Schuster imprint. Let's see what we have. Okay, everybody. This is one that I actually got an email query from the publisher about, and I said, sure, go ahead, send it on. But this is a young adult title called Children of Eden. Comes out tomorrow on the 4th, and the author, in case you can't read it right there, is a name that some of you might recognize, Joey Graceffa. You recognize that name? If you don't, I didn't at first, but when I read his bio, I immediately had to check this out. He is one of the top, he's like an A-list YouTuber. Okay, he's got a big channel, like 6.5 million subs, something like that. I went over to his channel, checked it out, and there's nothing remotely booktubey about it. I never talked, you know, he does just about everything. You know, like music stuff, and he does makeup tutorials with his boyfriend, and comedy sketches and things like that. But suddenly, weirdly, out of the blue, he has this YA dystopian novel has popped up. Almost certainly ghost-ridden. But yeah, I know, some of you are probably scratching your heads and going, huh? But, well, I'm going to read the synopsis because, you know, what I read in the email made it sound like somebody had just taken the dystopian YA novel Twitter feed, which is a satirical feed, and just, like, shuffled them all together to sort of form a plot. So listen to this. Rowan is a second child, capital letters, second child, in a world where population control measures make her an outlaw, marked for death. She can never go to school, make friends, or get the eye implants that will mark her as a true member of Eden. Her kaleidoscope eyes will give her away to the ruthless center government, capital center government. Outside of Eden, Earth is poisoned and dead. All animals and most plants have been destroyed by a man-made catastrophe. Long ago, the brilliant scientist Aaron Albaz saved a pocket of civilization by designing the Panopticon, a massive computer program that hijacked all global technology and put it to use preserving the last vestiges of mankind. I mean, really? All global technology? Like, you know, automatic can openers and things like that? Or what? Humans will wait for thousands of years in Eden until the Pan heals the world. As an illegal second child, Rowan has been hidden away in her family's compound for 16 years. Now restless and desperate to see the world, she recklessly escapes for what she swears will be only one night of adventure. Though she finds an exotic world and even a friend, the night leads to tragedy. Soon Rowan becomes a renegade on the run, unleashing a chain of events that could change the world of Eden forever. All right, we're not exactly racking up originality points right here, but again, it just seems very strange for this to have come from this. I don't know. I mean, there's no reason why Joey shouldn't write a book or think up a book idea if he wants to. But again, just given his content and given the kind of YouTuber he is, let's just say it seems very unusual, to say. Be interested to see how the top booktube channels respond to this. Will they embrace it? Will they or will they ignore it? Will they make fun of him? Who knows? But to me, it feels a lot like dilettantism. But anyway, let me know in the comments, okay? Children of Eden by Joey Graceffa comes out. I hope that I'm pronouncing his name properly, but it comes out tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be unfairly maligning the guy. Okay, last up we have finally a Tor package. Okay, it's not a Tor title, but it comes from the St. Martin's Press company. It is called The Supernaturals, and the author is David Goleman. Now, David Goleman is ordinarily associated with his Event Group series of kind of SF thriller, kind of adventure novel kind of things. But this appears to be a pretty traditional haunted house tale or horror tale. Let's have a look. It comes out on the 18th of October. And it says, built at the turn of the 20th century by one of the richest and most powerful men in the world, tucked away in the pristine Pocono Mountains, Summer Place, a retreat for the rich and famous, seems the very essence of charm and beauty. But behind the yellow and white trimmed exterior, this scene borrowed from a wondrous fairy tale of gingerbread houses, bright forests, and glowing sunny meadows, lurks an evil waiting to devour the unwary. 7 years ago, Professor Gabriel Kennedy's investigation into paranormal activity at Summer Place ended in tragedy and destroyed his career. Now, Kelly Delafoy, the ambitious producer of a top-rated ghost-hunting television series, is determined to make Summer Place the centerpiece of an epic live broadcast on Halloween night. To ensure success, she needs help from the one man who has come face to face with the evil that dwells in Summer Place, a man still haunted by the ghosts of his own failure. Disgraced and alienated from the academic community, Kennedy wants nothing to do with the event, but Summer Place has other plans. Well, there you are. Okay, so The Supernaturals, I guess if you want to see a bunch of rich people get ghosted on, comes out October the 16th from St. Martin's Press. And that is it for the mailbag this week, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you know the drill. Hit the comments. Let me know which of these looks most interesting and exciting to you, which you would like to see me prioritize for review. Also, if you enjoyed watching, please leave a like, share the video, and above all, please sub. If you enjoyed watching and you enjoy the channel, that is the best way to help the channel grow. Another way you can support the channel is through its TeePublic store. And, well, I'm just going to say, with a big move coming up, those of you who want to pick up a t-shirt or a phone case or something like that, every little bit helps. But otherwise, thank you so much again, and remember, stay tuned Wednesday for a big Halloween announcement, and until I see all you lovely people next time, happy reading.